Right, we're on our way now to a place called Karuma Falls, I think it's pronounced. Is that right? Yeah, Karuma Falls. They're waterfalls. They should be frozen up, a bit like the ones we saw when we were in Estonia. So that's what the kind of thing we're expecting to see. It's a little bit of a hike. I think it's about 5 kilometre round trip, and then once we've done that, then we come back. We're going to go to a place called Kemi, have a look at some ice sculptures and bits and pieces of that. But Kemi used to have a snow castle every year, but apparently they've not built that this year. It's just sculptures and things. This is a typical town that we're going through now. So they're not particularly big places. Generally one road with a couple of tiny little avenues off. We've done about 40 or 50 miles, and this is the first one that we've come to. You have to be very careful. You can't run your petrol down low. There's quite a distance between petrol stations.
Careful away, are you?
No. Lose quality. But this is a typical, call it town, village. That's all there is. So there'll be a few houses that'll be scattered about, and a few little avenues, but on the whole, that's about it. Next day is a petrol station, like a truck stop type thing. Must admit, there's no shortage of trees in Finland. It's all trees and lakes. But if you look to the sides, there I think all the houses tend to be mostly bungalows. Plenty of land between each one. We're still going through the village, really. I think this must be the industry part of it that we're just passing there. That's a typical sized town. We're out the other side now. Over to the left would have been a lake. Or not would have been, it is a lake. If there's no trees and open space, it tends to be a lake. And there's a deer crossing the road in front of us. There he is, look.
Hello. Stop.
Looks like one of his antlers has broken off.
They shed them, don't they, apparently? Stay here for a bit. Somebody else doing exactly the same, I know. You're famous though. You're famous.
Alright.
Oh. Oh dear. Hello. And off he trots.
Yeah, and there he goes. Stop record. We just got to drive this lane now down to where the walk starts. So hopefully nothing's going to come the other way. We're hoping. It's not the widest road. And you don't want to let your wheels drop off it, otherwise you're into about 4 foot of snow. And as you can see by the markers, it's not that wide.
In 400 meters, continue straight.
So we'll just keep this. I'm not really sure what to expect, but they're supposed to be really pretty waterfalls that have frozen up.
Everyone get
Continue straight.
If we can get to them, so you have to snowshoe to them. So at least we've come kitted for
In
that.
500 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Here we are.
And looks like here we are. Seems to be an awful lot of people walking without snowshoes. So parking is here.
Oh God, look at them all. Hundreds of them.
Motorhome up there, look.
Oh.
Okay, we're following this what is Kuruma. There's 2 walks, both about 5k each. We're doing the Kuruma. Just waiting for Christine.
Hi.
We're going to put the snowshoes on for it, but there's that many people that walk this that we didn't think we'd need to do that. But it's a nice day. It's a good day for a walk. Nice change from skiing or falling, whatever you want to call it. It's supposed to be about a 30-mile canyon with, I think there's 14 or 15 waterfalls in total, and huts that you can stop in, but apparently the huts are not in great condition and we won't be walking the 30 or 40 miles. I reckon you need a couple of days or so to do that. So we're just going to do like a 5k walk. And hopefully see the frozen waterfalls. It appears walking down into the canyon, so hard bit will be coming back. Always seems that when we go away, if we do any walking, Christine seems to pick the ones with the hills on them. Why she does that, I will never know. Anyway, she does. You don't seem to get a lot of wildlife about in the winter. I suppose they're all tucked up nice in there, wherever it is they live. Stop recording. This is the old horse-drawn carriage type road that the loggers used for when they've been logging it. It's dug into the side of the canyon, so they come in winter, do the logging or whenever it was, and drag the logs along this route. The main horse road was frozen to decrease friction so that the horses could pull huge loads when logging. It was the task of the soilman to spread soil, dry peat, spruce twigs or straw on the steep downhill road to slow the pace of the sleigh. In old logging areas you could still find holes on top of the slopes, marking the spots where soil was taken for gritting. In addition to this, loops made of rope or iron chains were attached to the sleigh runners to slow the sleigh down. So, basically they tried to use the ice to their advantage, and then chains and soil and such like to decrease speed. Sounds a dangerous operation to me. I think for the loggers, when they're cutting the trees down, they're nearly always going downhill into the canyon and the river at the bottom, so they can float the logs downstream. So I suppose it's the ideal time is winter to be cutting them, purely for that reason, to make life easier. I know when I read it originally, I thought, who'd cut logs in winter? It seems daft, but it kind of makes sense now that you'd cut them on the slopes and then drag them down using the ice to your advantage to get them down to the bottom of the canyon and to the river. It's strange how what I think would have been the weight of the snow, how it's landed on the trees and has bent the trees right over. I mean, there's 2 or 3 that you can see here where they're just bent over back down to the ground. I'm presuming that's the weight of the snow they have on the top, and has just started to pull them over and bent them right down. Very strange. There's a tree just in front of us, I don't know if you can actually see it or not, but there's what looks like to be a bird box, but it's a bit low in the tree for that, so we're wondering what it's actually for. We're wondering if it's for squirrels. I'm not sure if you can actually just make that out on that tree. I can't go up to it. Very strange. Wonder what that's for. Seems a bit low for a bird, but I don't know. Maybe a squirrel? Who knows? Not seen anything like that. Building the road beds for the loggers' site's main road required great expertise. The route finders first explored the terrain to find a suitable route so that the horses would not need to pull the load uphill. Once the route was marked, it was time for the route clearers to roll up their sleeves. The route was cleared of trees, stumps and rocks, and the tussocks were levelled. There could be dozens of horses on the road leading to the logging sites at the same time, and almost all of them took 2 loads per day from the forest to the storage site. This is why they had to build passing places along the narrow routes. So although the snow's covering a lot of things up, but I'm presuming that there's like a little, I don't know if you can see it through the trees just there. Maybe that was like a passing place for them to get back up. It is quite narrow, the route that we're travelling, but there does seem to be what you would class as the odd passing place you can possibly just make out. I think this is where it comes back out again, so it kind of passes between the trees and then runs around in an arc. So a bit like what we'd have on the road, where you pull over to one side, so there'd be passing places like we've got here. There's another tree that seems to have bent over under its weight, under the weight of the snow. Ridges like what you've got in front, it was too difficult for the horses to drag the the logs over them, so they were always cut straight through. So like we've got at the moment with the ridge here to the right and the left, they were dug straight through to make it easier for the horses. Well, we just come down there, which is sheet ice. We did half of it and then slid down on our asses. But we're looking down across the valley now, and the
waterfalls. You can see people up there.
Yeah.
Must have climbed up.
You can see where the water's frozen on the other side. Wow. That was steep. That was very steep.
Good idea.
That is really, really spectacular. Beautiful.
Che è stata la primera iniziativa
Vale, papá, ya has probado. Tiene que haber aquí. Papá, mira un momento, escapa allá. ¿Qué? Escapa aquí. Ahora ya no escapa allá. ¿Dónde? Sí, ya no. Sí, ¿dónde?
Beautiful, isn't it?
Just videoing him.
Pardon?
Just videoing him.
Are you videoing now?
Mm.
Oh, sorry. It's tough. I've had to come down on my ass. Christy's having to come down on hers now. So
Where's the stump?
no, that tree sticks up there. You're gonna have to get over that way, otherwise you're gonna run
I'll go
straight.
this way for now because it's less slippery.
Alright,
That lump there,
that's it.
did he get you?
No.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Tweet. Good job we've all got asses, isn't it?
Stop recording. Very difficult terrain, this. Oh dear. God, dear me. Oh God. There's another steep bit here. So you can see where people are sliding down on their ass.
The only way down, isn't it?
Which
I'm with it.
is a thing I'm going to try and walk down, which is probably the most stupid thing to do. But, sorry, I get a very snotty nose, and I'm at the bottom. I have a sneaky feeling Christine's coming down on her ass again. And she is. So it's not as steep, this one. So she'll probably fly down here. Whoop. It's not good. It's not good for your piles, this, is it? Oh dear.
It's good fun. Hang on, I've got to turn around. I can ease this.
Right.
Hang on. Thank you.
Dear me.
It's all good fun.
Alright. And rainwater falling on the slopes and nutrients dissolved into the water end up at the bottom of the canyon via the brooks. The brooks and the banks turn into moist, nutrient-rich habitats for a wide range of plants. You can find marsh marigolds with shiny yellow flowers, wood crane bills blooming in purple and white, and stone brambles with their juicy berries. Just to keep in mind that not all berries growing in the area are not edible. Well, I've just read that, and this is one of the brooks that they're talking about. We're not going to see any of those plants. I think that's more of a summer thing. But nonetheless, it is quite picturesque. And we've now got to negotiate this, which whoops, is a bit slippy. Wait, I'm across. Keep the camera rolling for Christine.
Yay!
Yep, so we're over. Down, which is probably the most stupid thing to do. Well, this has been a tough walk, or slide, I think is the best words to use. It looks like Christine's sliding again. I have no idea how we're going to get back up again, but yeah. Oh, it's okay, it's taking pictures. Right, gonna have to duck down in a second. You ready? Yep. There you go. Watch yourself. Alright. Yeah, well, you can get some pictures here, look. You can get some pictures here.
What, there?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
We're doing a bit of a train as we go down on things like this. Christine hangs on behind me. It's going to get a bit steep again by the looks of it, but
I'll go on my bum then.
there you go. There's the ice, and there's a bridge down there as well. I don't know how that fella got down so quick. We only passed him up there. So, hey, there we go. There's the bridge there. I think we're going down and across the bridge, and then along. Very, very tough walk.
Slide.
Very tough for us, well for me. Right,
Okay.
I'll keep my camera on and you can hear all the grunts and groans as I try and get down this one.
This is nowhere near steep as the others though, is it?
Oh, and Christine goes and opens her mouth again and says, it's nowhere near as steep as the last one. And whenever she says anything like that, as soon as we go round the corner, it'll be steep.
Oh, they're going down the bums, it will be.
You alright, Christine? Pardon?
They're all going down on the bums, so. They're doing.
Yeah. Well. I'll let these people come past first before I try to slide down there. Pardon? I won't be sliding down there.
Can't go anywhere else, really, can we?
No.
Try and get close together.
Yeah, hang on. You want a hand pass, mate?
Thank you very much.
What's it like coming that way?
If I'm honest, it's easier doing it the way you've come than compared to what we've done.
All right.
Really?
Because that's
That
going
was
to
bloody
get
horrible,
really
that.
steep in
It's
parts.
steep
Is
and
it?
sheet
Yeah.
ice up there. It's fucking
Yeah,
horrible.
It is quite, I guess, isn't
Go
it?
down
Quite
on my
steep.
ass all the way to here.
Yeah.
Far until
Yeah.
you get back to the car park from here.
Well,
Seems like
I don't know
fucking
because we've
forever.
not done that bit yet. Yeah, it's still quite a way
3.2 kilometres from just up here, it said.
Okay.
to
Well,
go
I'll
that
tell you
way.
what.
I think you've done more than a lot
Is it really
more than
icy that
half.
way?
No,
Oh,
no,
not that icy.
sheet ice
it's
that
nowhere
way.
near as bad as this.
Yeah, this
is
Sheet
is
ice
quite
that way
bad
there.
in places. Yeah.
I
We
think
all
this
went down
way-
our ass.
I think it's because everybody seems to be coming this way,
Yeah, yeah.
and they're all sliding on
On
their
their
ass.
asses, so it makes
Yeah,
So
it
it's
even
making
more
it all
icy.
sheet ice. So
Yeah, we got told by a guide to go the other way, so that's why we came this way.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so.
what a twat he was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's that accent from?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm from Bolton.
Well, she's from Bolton.
He's from
I'm from
Sheffield.
Sheffield.
All right. I'm from the Yorkshire Dales.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah,
God's
skip-
country.
Yeah, exactly. Skipton way.
Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
Just the other side of Skipton, so yeah. Right. Lovely to meet you.
You
Good.
too.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. That's some nice people there. I'm going to try and get past this ice now. Ugh. Whee. Got my glove stuck, that's it. Okay. Right, we're getting to the icy bit. I don't know if you can see it on your camera. We're led to believe it's actually better going the way we're going, but we'll see. Anyway, let's try and get myself down on the floor. And then I use the rope to slow myself down. He says, as he whee. And then round the corner, and then one last one. Whee. Ooh. We're at the bottom now. They call this Artori's sheep meadow. So up until the 20th century, hay was not grown on fields but mowed in the places where it grew naturally. In the summer, you spent a week or two at a stretch mowing hay on the meadows, staying at cabins and bathing in the meadow sauna. The hay was stored in the barn, built on the meadows, and was ready to be collected by horse in the winter. The meadows were also used as pastures. This particular meadow was used to accommodate our tourist sheep, which grazed there even into the 1960s. So, we're at the bottom now, which we seem to have made quite a beautiful down in the valley. We've kind of come from right up there somewhere. There's like a strange moss growing on some of the trees. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's like a stringy type material hanging down. Very pretty down here. And obviously the river's froze up.
I'll get a selfie if we can.
Pardon?
I'll try and get a selfie.
Yeah. That looks quite spectacular. That looks really cool. Really cool. I don't know how much you can see of that, but very cool.
Hang on, what's that? Some photos me to play?
Yeah, well, I presume you'd get to here to take photos, wouldn't you?
Fluff me, isn't it?
Pardon?
Little fluff me.
Yes.
It's me.
There you go. Quite spectacular that.
Isn't it?
And also the ice over there, this rock formation, quite spectacular, really cool. I wouldn't want to try and walk in that. God knows how deep some of that snow is. It's worth the struggle, to be fair. Really worth the struggle. In a moment you'll see them ice climbing,
Oh, yeah, it's over.
so I'll get a bit further round and then you'll be able to see them. Well, just squeeze past Christine so I can see if I can get you a good view of these ice climbing. Personally, I think they're nuts, but let's have a look at the ice that's up there. So, don't know how much you can see of them for the trees, but oh dear. Now then. There you go. I don't know if you can see them up there. I'll think they're quite crazy personally. Apparently this waterfall is called Charlie Brown. Can be anything up to 60 metres wide, and it only has a few months of the year where it's actually running. Stays frozen most of the time. I reckon it's quite flaky as well, like the people that are climbing it. I think they're a bit flaky. It does actually sometimes make a cave as well, which you could stop in overnight if you want to. Not for me. You'd have to be nuts to do that. But that is, I don't know if you can see the woman up near the top, just climbing up on that last bit. With her ice picks. There's somebody in blue within the trees as well, with 2 ice picks on the go. I think I'd rather be the person at the bottom holding the rope.
They're nuts, aren't they?
Yeah. Start recording. Apparently this waterfall is called Charlie Brown. Can be anything up to 60 metres wide, and only has a few months of the year where it's actually running. Stays frozen most of the time. I reckon it's quite flaky as well, like the people that are climbing it. They're a bit flaky. It does actually sometimes make a cave as well, which you could stop in overnight if you want to. Not for me. You'd have to be nuts to do that. But that is, I don't know if you can see the one up near the top, just climbing up on that last bit. With her ice picks. There's somebody in blue within the trees as well, with 2 ice picks on the go. I think I'd rather be the person at the bottom holding the rope. I'll lean on there if you want.
So.
Whew. Certainly had our workout today. It has been really, really good. I must admit, I thought it was just us that were going to slide down, but everybody has to slide down on their arses, and that's what's kind of made it sheet ice. But, it is quite spectacular. Really enjoyed it, but we've still got to go back across to the other side and all the way up there, whoops, all the way up there to the top of that. I have not got a clue how we're going to do that, but I suppose we'll see. But, you could just see the other waterfall just behind those trees. So we can get a better look at it. Wow. I don't know if you can actually see that. It's quite stunning, really. It's beautiful. Really, really nice walk. Very difficult. It's been hard work. It's only 5k, allegedly, but I can assure you, it's not an easy 5k. Christine's on a step counter. So I think she says we've only done 9,000 steps. I think the best view is coming up. See people taking photos in front of us. Let's have a look. Yeah, there you go. Really beautiful. And there's a lunatic there, look. I think they have been climbing it, or they're going up to climb it, one or the other. Where are you going? This one is called Mammoth Fall. It's one of the most popular climbing spots in Kuruma. The waterfalls have several climbing routes of various levels of difficulty. The right side of the fall is some 50 metres high and the width varies from year to year. The brook that creates the ice originates on the slopes of Yivo Ho Hill. Most of the brook's clear water comes from a spring which gives the ice sheet its distinct blue colour. And that's that. I think they must be absolutely crazy. Stop recording. We're now approaching the third of these waterfalls. There you go. You have to be very careful you don't step too far off the path or you'll sink. They're ice climbing again here. I don't know if you can see the guy up there on the, he's actually up there on the edge. You kind of see him sideways on. I don't know if Christine can get him on her camera. So we're still following the creek down at the bottom. We've not even started to climb out of this canyon yet. To figure out which way we actually go. It's called Brown River. It's is the name of that waterfall. It's the largest frozen waterfall, the highest ice fall in Kuruma. It poses a challenge even for the most experienced ice climbers. The middle area routes rise to around 60 metres. The water flow is strong all through the winter, and if the frost sets early, you can go climbing at the turn of October and November. The last pieces of ice usually disappear around May and June. So that's that one there. I don't know if you can see that crazy guy up there. I'm sure Christine's got it on film. Wow. Absolute madness. Let's have a little bit of a look across the river. There's Christine taking her pictures. Very nice, very tough walk. It says 5 kilometres, but it feels like a lot more. And we've not even started climbing out the canyon yet. I'll just have a walk to this side of the bridge for a little bit more of a close-up of what these guys are doing. Crazy. Climbing routes of various levels of difficulty. The right side of the fall is some 50 metres high and the width varies from year to year. The brook that creates the ice originates on the slopes of Yevo Ho Hill. Most of the brook's clear water comes from a spring which gives the ice sheet its distinct blue colour. And that's that. I think they must be absolutely crazy. Stop recording. Okay. God, you must have a screw loose to do that.
Must be hard.
Wow. Well, the creek runs along here. There's some huts where you can stop and have something to eat if you want. We won't be doing that. We'll have something when we get back to the car. Do a couple of photos with Christine. Shut down. So the creek, I bet it's really nice in the summer, but runs all the way through here. There used to be a lot of people at the campfire. Christine's pissing about again. I think it's that way back to the car park. There's some campfires burning there, keeping everybody warm. So it's about 1.2 kilometres back to the car now, and then if we've got time we'll be heading off to a place called Kemi to have a look at the ice sculptures. See how long it takes us to get back. We've got to climb all the way up there. So, well, let's see how we get on. Well, that was quite a tough walk, that, although it was only 5k. It was very steep coming back up that hill. That was hard work. To be fair, it was easier to come up than what it was to go down. It was quite a wide path, proper path, coming back, so we chose the right way around. We're not going to Kemi today now. It's 3:10 and it would be a couple of hours drive, so it's a little bit too far out of the way. Things will be shut, and it's Sunday, which is your day of rest. So we're heading back now to the hotel in Ruka. Maybe we'll see some things, bits and pieces on the road, but unlikely. Thought we might have seen a bit more wildlife than what we have done. But I really enjoyed that walk. It was really, really good. Really tough, hard going down them slopes. It was just sheet ice. But once we'd learnt to go down like you're a 4-year-old on a slide, it was quite good fun. Quite enjoyed it. And how's this for a walker?